Hi everyone, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Citizens of the Spark, and I'm just going to dive right into my playthrough, and hopefully you get a gist of whether or not this game is for you. Okay, so I've got two citizens already in my city. I have an outcast, and then I have a scout. These icons will come into play at some point if there's abilities that reference that icon. And then some of the cards have abilities just like this one. So that's gain 3 spark, place um, that. It really depends on what the variable is. So place from the deck, depending on how many cards basically you have in your city of this card. And then Outcast has an ability that happens at the end of the game, which says lose 1 spark per each of these, depending on how many outcasts I have in my city. So I might not want to have so many outcasts in my city by the end of the game. But yeah, those are the two I chose to keep in my city for now. And then we have this left side here for the scintilla or scintilla. I think it's scintilla. Um, we have advisor, rancher, and bandit. And then we have their solo cards here. So I'll be flipping that over to determine their actions. Um, and yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get started. So on my turn, I get to attract citizens. I get to choose a group of citizens to add to my city. And each of those groups are basically a row of 2 cards to the right of this kind of wall that separates the citizens and the market, and then like the scintilla city. So looking here, it's best to have multiples. The more you have of a certain citizen, it tends to be better. Obviously not so much for the outcast, but yeah. I think in this case, I'm actually going to do, yeah, I'll take this second row of citizens, a scout and a bandit. So I already have a scout, so I'm just going to put it right on top, and then I'll put the bandit here. I believe there are 7 different decks of citizens that are currently shuffled into the citizen deck. So at some point, I might actually have 7 different rows or groups of citizens. So now I will just perform an action, and I think I'll perform a scout action. So I'll go ahead and take this card into my hand, and this will now be my active citizen card. This ability says gain 3 spark. So I'll go ahead and gain 3 spark. 1, 2, 3. And then it says place from the deck. So I'll go ahead and look at how many scouts I have. I have 1, 2. So on the 2, you could kind of look at the so there's one little icon there, 2, and then 3. I get to place 2 citizens from the deck. I'll go ahead and flip the first one. That's a rancher. And then I'll flip the second one. That's an advisor. So I have a bunch of various citizens here. And then what I do with this is I just discard it. And because I did take an action, which is optional, the scintilla will take a look at their city. And if they have a matching one, they'll also discard. And depending on how many that they have of that active card, they will gain a certain amount of spark. All right, so now we'll do the cleanup phase. We're going to put a spark on each of the rows we did not take from, and then we'll refill the row that we did take from. All right, so let's see what the solo player will do, or the scintilla. We have overwhelming forces. So we're going to basically look at this row, and then they're going to, and let me flip over this really cool and helpful reference card. We are going to award points to scintilla, matching the scintilla's card active group icon. So they're going to take this spark, because it is in that row that we're looking at. And then they're going to place the group of cards matching the active group icon in Scintilla. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to put the outcast all the way at the bottom, since none of them are matching. And then we have a scout, which they also don't have, and we'll just continue putting them out as well. Oopsies. And then after that, we're going to perform the action on the revealed scintilla card at the level corresponding to the citizen next to that active group icon. So the active group is this. We currently only have one. It does not matter what card it is. It just matters how many. There's just one. So they actually get 0 spark. All right. So they don't get any spark right now. But it does say discard one card from the city. So I'm guessing it is up to me that I get to decide what they discard. So I will say that they will discard a scout. Okay. So then after we perform the action on the reveal scintilla card, we discard the top card from the matching group, which is here. So we're discarding the advisor. Nothing happens when they do it, but now that they discarded an advisor, if I have an advisor, I could decide to follow and use the action on my card, but only if there's an action. Currently, advisor actually doesn't have an action. It has more of like the reaction and also end of game action. So we actually can't follow an advisor. All right. So now that we've done all that, we're just gonna move everything up to fill the gap. We're going to place a spark on each of the groups that was not taken, and then we'll refill. And then it's back to me. Um, Bandit might be great. So I'll take this row and I'll take the spark along with it. And now I have 3 bandits. So in that case, I will take an action, but knowing that the scintilla also has a bandit and will follow if I do that. So I'm going to take this as my active card and it's an attack. So this says take from each opponent whose city has more what is that wood? Or some sort of guild icon. So more of that than my city. So no one currently has more than that for my city actually. Um, so I'm pretty much not gonna do that. So maybe I won't do the bandit because currently I have more. So I don't think I will do an action because only they will benefit if I do. So kind of reversing that. I'm gonna call that the end of my turn. I will place spark on the groups I did not take and a refill. All right. So they have civic prestige. So we're looking at this bottom row. They're going to take all 3 of those sparks, and then we're going to place these cards. Okay. And then after we place them, we get to perform the action. So it says award scintilla. So to the left of this, we only have 1 card. They're going to get 5. So we're going to just give it the 5 cube, 5 spark cube. And then we're going to just discard the topmost card, which is just this one, an outcast. And we could follow that, but it does not have an action. It has an end of game action. So nothing will happen there. Let's place the spark on the rows that were not taken and refill. Okay, so our turn. I think, yeah, let's take a scout and a rancher. And unfortunately, no tokens to take along with those. But what we'll do is the rancher will take this into our hand. It says gain in your city. So because I have 2 of them, I will gain 1 spark per one of these icons, including this card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will gain 7 spark. All right, so that was my active card. The scintilla will follow, and they're just gonna go ahead and take this card and discard it, but they will gain points equal to 2 because they had 2 of them. So they will get 5 spark. Okay. And then now we'll finish off, put those sparks there, refill. Okay. So now we have scouting expedition. Again, we're looking at the bottom row. And then they don't have any spark to take, but they will place these cards. And then it says award scintilla. Okay, so award them. It has 2 cards, so basically 3 spark. And then it says place cards from the deck in Scintilla. So because there were 2 cards, they placed 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I've done the action. And then next we're gonna just take that top card and put it into the discard pile. And we could follow if we have a scientist, but we don't, which is unfortunate. And then basically, because there are existing cards here, and I should have done this before, if there are existing cards, we actually move this whole stack to the end of the sequence, and then we move everything up by 1 to fill in the gap. So I definitely should have done that before, I think, with the rancher when I had 2 of them. But um, yeah, I'll know for next time. And then after that, I will, let's see. Yeah, I'll just put the sparks on the rows that were not taken and refill. All right. I'm looking at the bandit and scientist. So I'll take these 2. I'll grab all of these sparks. Then we'll put the bandit with the other bandits, and then the scientist will kind of start its own little area. I'm just going to put it down here, kind of still peeking out. And then as far as the action, I will do a bandit action. So I get to take, once again, actually, I don't think that's smart because 1, 2, 3, I think I have way too many bandits than I need. Hmm. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe I will do a scout because they only have 1 scout. Hmm. Okay. So I'll just grab this scout and I will gain 3 spark. And then because I have 2, I get to place 2 from the deck. So I have another scout and another scout. Okay. And we'll discard this and they will end up discarding as well. And they will get 3 spark. Okay. We'll clean up. And I'm actually going to trade some of my ones for larger denominations. And I'll trade these 2 fives for a 10. Okay. And then I will do the same for them. And that's actually going to be 20 points for them. Well, actually, that's not enough. So I'll just do 2 10s. Okay. There we go. Um, let's see here. So treasured archives. So they will take all of these and then they're going to place the bandit. Then they're going to place the champion just down here. And then after that, they're going to perform the action. So award scintilla per revealed scintilla card, including this card. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 of them revealed. So that means they get 3 spark. Okay. And now we're gonna discard this card. It's a bandit. So we could follow, but we don't have an action to follow. So this will come down, move that up, and then this will come down. Okay. Huh. All right. I will take the scientist and champion along with the 2 sparks. And then the scientist is here. We'll put the champion next to it. And I will do the scientist action. So this scientist says gain 10 because I have two scientists. I'll gain 10 spark. And then it says discard one in my city. I'll discard a bandit. All right. So if they have a scientist, they'll go ahead and do that action. So because they will discard one scientist, they're going to gain points for two of them. So when they have two of them, they gain 5 points. And then that's it. So it's fairly quick, these turns, once you get into the groove of things. All right, devious advice, they're going to take these cards. We have the bandit, and we have the outcast. All right, it says award scintilla. So it is level 1. It's going to get 2 spark. And then give 1 from your city to scintilla. I'll give scintilla a bandit. Perfect. So now that we've done that card, they will do the rancher, which is discarded, and then we will consider doing the rancher ourselves. So we get 1 point per each of those icons in my city. Each pair one. I think I'll save that. I'm going to save the rancher. I'm not going to follow. All right. So now we will move everything up, fill the gap. Ooh, lots of champion. Yeah, I'll grab both of these, place them into my city. So I have 3 of them here. Grab that. And then I will do my champion as an action. I'll gain had total of 3. So 3 spark per icon in one neighbor city. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 3 is 15. I'll get that. Discard. And they will also follow with the champion because they have 2. They're going to get 5 spark. Okay. Let's clean up. Okay. We have the contest of strength. So that's going to be this row. And then we're placing the scout, the champion. And then it says award scintilla 2 plus an additional, so it would be 1 per in both cities. Oh my gosh. So they get at least 2. And then they'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. So they're gonna get 10. Yeah, 10 spark. And then this will be discarded. Champion. And then I think I'll also follow with mine. So I'll gain, because I have 2 per, 2, 4, 6. I'll get 6 spark myself. And then this will have to go to the end of the sequence, moving everything up. Okay. All right. So outcast and advisor. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Actually, I don't want an outcast. Hold up. Maybe I'll do scientist and scout. Okay. So we'll put the scientist there, and then we have 4 scout. All right. I think now I'll do the bandit. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they'll definitely have, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, not yet. Because they don't have more than me. So maybe I'll do a scientist. I'll gain, because I have 2 scientists, 10 spark. And then I'll discard 1 in my city. So I'll discard a bandit. And if they have a scientist, they will follow, which they will. We're going to take this one and just gain 3 spark. Then we'll move this up. We'll do our cleanup. Ooh, I was supposed to take these 2. And then let's do some exchanging. Maybe another 10. And then we have 20, 50. I have 50, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'll get two 25s for that. And then we'll also do some exchanging here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Good. So faulty science. So they're going to look in the middle row. They're going to take that and put the bandit here, put the scout here. All right. So now they will get awards scintilla. So because they have 1, they'll just get 7. And discard scintilla's entire stack next to this. All right. Okay. So right now they don't have anything next to this to discard. So it's just cleaning up to move everything up into the gap. Scientist and champion. That looks pretty good. Um, Actually, I'll do the rancher and advisor. Got that. So advisor and rancher. And then I think I will do the bandit this turn. So I'll go ahead and do that and attack. So I'll take, because I only have 1, from each opponent whose city has more. So I'll take 3 from them and give it to myself. I think that's how that works. So that's the bandit. And then they're going to discard their card and they will get 8 points. I don't know if that was a good trade at all because now that I'm realizing it, they get more points because they have so many. So that didn't work out for me, in my opinion. Okay. All right. Draw a card for them. Exceptional leadership. So this one is this last pile, so they'll get all of that. We'll put the outcast, the advisor, and then it says award scintilla per card in the largest. Ooh. So they have 2 cards here, so there'll be 2 points. So 2 per the largest, which is just 3. So they're gonna get 6. Okay. After that, they're going to discard the scout. And then I think I will do my scout and gain 3. And then I get to place a total of 3 cards because I have more than 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now this falls down and this goes up and fills the gap. Okay. Let's see, 20, 25. And, and that's 20. That's not enough. Okay. Can't really do much there. Convert these into 5s and convert these into a 5. Okay. So let's take our turn. Scientist. We can move this around. We have champion as well. Yeah, I guess I'll take these. And I will do, I think I'll do a rancher. So I will gain 2 per that icon. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 22. And they do not have a rancher, so they will not follow. All right. Call to arms. So it's going to be the blue. They'll take that. Scientist will come down here. The rancher will come down here as well. And it says award scintilla. And they have 3, so 10 spark. And then give 2 of your cards to scintilla. Sure, I'll give hmm, I'll give the outcast to scintilla. Okay, that's what I'll do. And then looking here, they're going to discard the outcast. And then we don't have anything to follow there. All of these will come down. Move everything up. Okay. Hmm. I think I could do an advisor rancher again. So we'll take these, grab those 2 sparks, and then I'll take the rancher action. So I'll gain 2 per of those icons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we get 18. And then as a rancher, they will follow with 1 and gain 3 spark. So expansive population. So grab these 2, and then outcast will go here. And then to the left, they only have 1, so they award scintilla per card in scintilla. So 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're getting 12. That's a lot. And then they're going to discard the champion, and I think I will do that. I'll gain, well, they only have 1. Gain 1. That's not efficient, I don't think, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna not follow. Okay. So as far as reactions go, um, just double check here the rules for the reactions because I'm pretty sure I can do a reaction. So activated when the player is affected by another player's attack action. They're resolved before the action and are not discarded. So I feel like I could do that with the advisor, right? Because it has that icon. So I'm not sure how it translates as far as attacks from the solo mode. Because I'm not sure any of theirs would be considered an attack. But something for me to look into, I guess, when I'm done playing. Okay. Oh my gosh, whose turn was it? I think I think I just finished my turn, right? I can't remember. So how many cards are left? One, two, three, four, five, six. So that's 3 more turns. 3 more. So I think it is my turn. Okay. So I will pick Bandit, Outcast, Advisor, Rancher. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll do Advisor Rancher. And then I'll do the Rancher ability. This will be my active card. So I'll gain 2 per that icon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 18 again. And then they don't have any ranchers, so nothing will happen. All right, cast out. So they don't gain any of the sparks here. But we're gonna they have a lot of outcasts, my goodness. And then it says place all outcasts from Scintilla and the assembly in your city. Oh no. Award Scintilla two per outcast. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's crazy. Um, so I think at 14. Wow, that is just my luck because I was trying to avoid the outcast. Now I have seven of them, which is not ideal at all. Um, and then now we just discard this card, the advisor. We can't actually do anything about that. So move that. Refill. And then it'll be my turn. Let's trade these in. That's 5, 10. So I definitely want to try to get rid of some cards. Hmm. I think Bandit looks pretty good. Get 5 points, but then I don't want another outcast. So I think what I'll do is I'll take a champion and a bandit. Okay. And then with that, I could take an action. Mm, I'll do a scientist action. So I'll gain 10 and then I'll discard an outcast. So they could do a scientist as well. They have two of them, so they'll get 5 points or 5 spark. I'll do that. Two. And then they're gonna do theirs. I'm assuming I messed up on one of the turns because I'm assuming they would have done all of the cards, or maybe not. I don't know if I should have one left or not. But yeah, they're doing Thieving Raid, which is here. The champion, the advisor, give Scintilla spark plus an additional spark per um that guild icon in my city. So they will get 3 at the base plus 3 per 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15. Okay. So that was their turn. And then I could I discard the bandit, and that comes all the way down. And hopefully I remember to do that. And if I have a bandit, that means I could do something with it. And this is an attack, so I don't think I can do that action. It's not really an action. So, or is it? Could I do an attack? Can I follow an attack? After the active player performs an action, each opponent may follow that action. Okay. I mean, I guess I could. I think I could do that one. So yeah, I'll follow with this one bandit. I'll get 3 from each opponent whose city has more of that icon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so no point. No point. All right. So I think that ends the game because we both technically had an equal amount of turns, I think. And I have to see if I should have one card left or not. Hmm. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do final scoring. And then for the solo mode, Solo final scoring. You and Scintilla each gain spark tokens for each citizen card in your cities. Gain spark tokens for any end of game abilities in your city, but Scintilla does not benefit from end of game abilities. If you have more spark tokens than Scintilla, you have triumphed over Scintilla. You received the transmission's blessing and won the game. So it looks like they only gain spark tokens for each citizen card in their city. Okay. Let's see what happens. So let's count myself. I'm probably gonna have to make a note of it here. All right, so me and then Scintilla. So for tokens or sparks, I have 50, 100. Okay, so that's 133. And then we'll gain spark tokens for each in my city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then end of game, we have 20 points. So for end game, is it per card? Don't think so. I think it's just per set. So 20 points we have. And then this one is we lose -2 per card for outcast. So 1, 2, lose -2 in my city. Oh my gosh, that's -2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 times 2 is 42. That's a lot of points I'm losing. And I think that's all I do for that. And then for them, they will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from their cards. And then they have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So now we have 100, 153. So that brings that total to 159 for Scintilla. And then for me, so this would total, I'm gonna skip that, but this would be 10, 180 minus 42. Um, it's gonna be 138. So we did not win. Scintilla won with 159. The outcast definitely ruined it. I hope I calculated that right. Because I'm assuming it is every card in my city because it says lose in your city. And that's -2 points, -2 spark per card in my city, which is not ideal. Gosh. Um, definitely should have done the scientist because that would have saved me from losing some points. That would have been 4 points saved. But yeah, a very cool game. I'm excited to try out all the other combinations of citizen decks. Again, this is only the I think it's the 7 decks that was suggested as part of the first game. Although I think the solo mode, this it did say to use a high interaction as the starting deck, but decided to just start with the first game one, and yeah, pretty good. All right, well, there you have it. That was my solo playthrough of Citizens of the Spark. If you have any questions or any corrections, definitely let me know. Um, and if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And also, I do have channel memberships. So if you're interested in joining that, it's $4.99 a month. You get first, I guess, previews of videos that I'm going to make public, and then you also get to see posts that I post about uh, things outside the board game related to my personal life, specifically for members. So if you're interested in that and then interested in supporting my channel directly, that would be so appreciated. But if not, just a like or a comment is also always appreciated. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.